Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman by heading over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello everyone!
Hello!
Hello, another episode of Hypecast!
Hypecast!
It's the show where we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I am your other co-host, David Bell.
And I'm your guest, Robert Brockway.
Yeah!
Oh, you sure as shit are.
Welcome!
Woo!
How are you?
I'm doing all right. I got
Robert.
a flu shot today, and normally they don't mess with me, but man, this one's messing with me.
Gross.
I got the poison joints.
Yeah, that's what
Every
the
time I
doctors
crack them,
want.
they release poison.
Yeah. No, it's every vaccine briefly turns your bones into glass.
I think it's just because I haven't been outside for any meaningful contact in 2 years.
Right.
So my body is just okay, we are super prepared to fight anything in this house,
Yeah,
and no more, nothing else.
nothing else. Just furniture and blankets.
Yeah.
That's
These
about
dust
it.
motes from the window, fucking nothing. We'll kill them.
Yep.
It's like a mummy
Absolutely.
exposed to air after 1,000 years.
Just decaying in real
Just
time.
immediately turns to dust. Oh, thanks so much for doing the show, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Always
Yeah.
happy to get hype.
Oh, yeah. I hope
You're
you
gonna get
I hope you brought
hyped.
plenty of hype because there's some
That
hype.
was it. I just burned it all.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
I'm gonna be
no.
a downer the rest of the time.
So excited about this?
Get
I
to-
guess.
Get to the trailers.
Oh, man. Dave, we should probably name some producers. What do you think?
Yeah, we can name some producers. We have a new producer.
Oh, shit.
So a big thank you to DJ Finney.
Oh, man, thanks.
Sweet.
Nobody embarrass yourself in front of DJ Finney.
Yeah. It sounds really cool, right? I'd hang out with DJ Finney.
It sounds like Albert Finney is a DJ.
Yeah,
and
it does, exactly.
I'm a big fan of that, I won't lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, thank you to the Indignant Eel.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you to Look Ma, I'm on a podcast. Thank you to Children Love the Meat Millie.
Yes,
Thank
they
you.
do.
Sure do.
Thank you to Grumblebee. Thank you to Screaming Horse Pyramid. Thank you to Del Griffith, the shower curtain fella. Thank you to Lef. Thank you to Seismic Charge Noise. Bwam. Thank you to Deborah's awesome, Barbara's great, and cancer can go to hell. Thank you to Numino Ultra Microscopic Silico Volcano Coniosis Jones.
Woo!
Thank you to the baby from Eraserhead.
Always.
Thank you to Chiz Lily Tits. Thank you to these 7 Bs.
Yep.
Thank you.
Let me jump in here. Thank you to Breezy Reezy. Thank you
Thank
to Davey
you.
Francis for The Revenge.
Thank
you to
you.
MVB. Thank you
Thank
to
you.
Chester's Prophet. Thank you to Definitely Not Guillermo del Toro. Thank you to Brian, whom Tom knows.
Thank you.
Thank you to Bob Grenville.
Thank you.
Thank you to Steven.
Thank you.
Thank you to Down Home Chicken. Thank you to Han Toomey, the Confused Cyborg.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to Asking Seven.
Thank you.
Thank you to Happy Ed 209.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tom and Dave are good writers. Follow them at Collider and some more news.
Thank you.
I don't believe that. Thank you to Tiger Drawers Pratt Thompson. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Thank you.
And thank you to Dan Hackroyd.
thank you.
Woo!
Woo!
And thank
Oh.
you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
thank you.
You're all welcome. We don't get thanked enough.
That's
you
true.
know?
We don't. We
Yeah.
don't. It's a
You're the
thing.
real
Yeah.
heroes.
Honestly, yes.
We are.
We're on the front lines. We're on the front lines of hype every week
Yeah.
in the hype.
In the hype
trenches.
wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grizzled veterans of the hype wars.
Yep.
It goes Us, then like First Responders, then like Superman, in that order. Mm-hmm. We're at the top. Is what I'm saying. You guys want to talk about Resident Evil?
I would love to talk about Resident Evil.
Specifically, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
I loved how they introed this trailer by saying, every story has a beginning.
Yes!
And this one is like the second one and part of the third one. It's kind of the middle, really.
Also, like,
it's kind of the first three. But yeah.
It was weird to be like, we're going back to the beginning, and it's like, just say you're rebooting it, or it's a new adaptation, or just don't say anything.
Yeah, you don't need
that. That
line.
really threw me off because I was like, wait, is this part of the Mila Jovovich?
Right?
canon?
Is this a prequel to the Mila Jovovich ones?
Yeah.
But no,
yeah,
I don't.
They set that up for a prequel. It was totally like, okay, it's a prequel, and then you started doing like the second game and kind of into the third a little bit. I'm like,
Which song
that was
did they
weird
put over
to call
this?
that out. What's going on?
What's going on?
So
Oh
weird.
yeah, slow cover. I didn't mind that actually.
It wasn't actually a slow cover. It was the actual song.
Oh, they just
Yeah.
like they're doing the new thing. Sorry, so there was the guitar or piano covers, then they did slow covers, and now they're doing the because I've seen this a few times. They take the song and they remix it, so it's slower paced, but it is the song. You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice
that's
it was
the new
slower
thing.
paced. It's an uncover.
It totally is.
But
But
I'm kind of into this. Like I'm a big fan of the games, and the movies kind of alienated me because they don't really have anything to do with the games. So it was. I mean, they're I don't know. They're goofy crap fun. They're fine, but I'm not gonna lie. This one's got me a little hype.
well,
See,
what?
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the games are stupid. They're silly. They're silly plots.
Yeah.
They're silly.
How dare
settings.
you?
And so, like, it was
They're
inevitable.
extremely serious, Dave.
This was inevitable. Like, I feel like when I saw the first Resident Evil, I thought, I can't wait for the reboot of this. Like, it was inevitable since the start.
You realize it's been 20 fucking years since
I don't
want to
hear stuff like that. I don't want to hear
20
things like that.
years
Yeah.
since that first one.
Yeah, so like this, it was inevitable they do a more horror, like grittier, but it's not gonna be dumb. Like, I think they're embracing that. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought this was going to be another one of their computer animated movies, and like, I'm only half wrong by the looks of those creatures.
Yeah, the CGI is a little shaky.
There's a few
It's
real
pretty
rough
shaky.
ones.
It's gonna be goofy, even if they don't mean to be goofy.
Yeah. But that's Resident Evil, though, right? Particularly like the first couple, with the bad voice acting.
I loved the first Resident Evil movie. Like, unironically, I really liked it, and I even liked most of the rest of them, but very, very ironically after the first one.
Yeah, extremely ironically, especially by the time
So
you get to the one.
either
where-
way they take this beat, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I guess what I was getting at is there's no such thing as an actual gritty reboot of this, but
No.
this looks. I don't know. It looks really fun from the director of 47 Meters Down.
I got like,
Sure.
you guys seen Silent Hill, the movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I got like goofier Silent Hill. It's like striding the middle ground between that original Resident Evil movie and the Silent Hill remake.
I don't
Somewhere
hate.
between
I
those
don't
two.
hate the Silent Hill movie. Yeah.
That's
Love it.
done by an incredibly good director.
Yeah, that
That explains a lot.
Yeah, filled with it's the director of Brotherhood of the Wolf. Like, it's
Oh
this
shit. That explains a lot. Yeah.
It's a French director who made like art house type stuff. He went from Brotherhood of the Wolf to Silent Hill, and then the 2014 Beauty and the Beast, but we don't have to talk about that. He's going on to make another Silent Hill movie.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
He
that's
didn't make
great.
but like that movie is just beautiful. The costume effects in that are incredible.
Yeah. It's
Shots are great too. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some issues with it, but it's just a good.
Yeah.
If you wrote it off as like a video game movie, it's worth seeing.
It's a solid.
It is
It's a
worth
solid
seeing.
horror film. There's some disturbing shit in it,
Yeah.
and it's just well put together. Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
No.
But yeah.
There was this bit.
I don't know.
There was this bit in this trailer And like, I just got such a weird vibe from when they chose the "What's Going On" song, which I only know from like memes. I really associate it strongly with like goofy internet jokes and YouTube links. And there's this like really quick cut where one of the actors says T-virus, and then it does like a rapid fire cut to just single frames of monsters, and they're all like kind of with their arms spread, like T-posing almost for dominance.
Oh yeah, they're doing airplane arms.
And it's
that's what it makes you do.
It makes me like immediately suspect. Like, are you fucking with me, Resident Evil? Are you fucking with me? You're fucking with me a little bit, aren't you? Like, I just got a meme thing from this whole vibe. I think it might be a stealth comedy.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like they're cramming as many of the monsters they can. Because that's the thing the first Resident Evil did, which I feel like was a thing we were doing at the time, and I understand it, which was they just did zombies. And they were like, we're not going to bring all that. Oh, no, they have the licky guy. They have licky.
Yeah,
they have licky
but
guy
like
in the
once
very end,
towards the end.
Yeah.
Once
He's
towards
their
the end.
final boss of the movie.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to slowly introduce you to this world. This one's just like, look, you're watching this because you like the video game. We're just going to give you all the things as much as possible.
It's like
we only have the budget for 2 monsters, but you're getting 12.
Yeah.
We're making it happen. Look at this piece of shit covered in eyeballs. It reminds me a little bit of the most recent Ninja Turtles movie where they finally just did the cartoon. They're like, well, let's, put Bebop and Rocksteady and the Technodrome and Krang. It's like, this is literally the shit that fans of this series have been asking for decades now. And they're like, well, I guess we can finally do it.
Yeah, there was this era, and I don't think the first Resident Evil is actually a part of this, but there was an era where they were like, when they'd adapt video games or comic books to movies, they'd like try to ground it in these really dumb ways, right?
Well, it ends up taking out a
where
lot of
they'd
what's
be like,
fun
they
about
can't,
it. Yeah,
they'd be like, they can't wear their costume. Let's do something to put
it's like,
them
why the
in
fuck
that.
not? We're playing make-believe, dickhead.
Exactly.
Give Jill a beret. Give all of these characters their stupid guns and vests and shit. I don't care.
It's like
somebody should do that spin and jump kick to a dog. Just keep that going. That was awesome.
Absolutely.
And it needs to live on.
It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the zombie pups in this. That looks good.
And
I remember I saw the first one in the theater, just high as balls. And one of my friends, when it went into slow motion, she went for the kick. Like in time with the kick, he just went, "Oh shit!"
Very rarely
Very
does a movie let their main character kick a dog in the face
just
and
always
it be
think
a
of that.
heroic moment.
Yeah, and not just any kick. It was like a planting off the wall, spinning roundhouse Matrix Van Damme kick to that dog's face.
It was a bitchin' kick.
It was pretty fucking sweet. Yeah.
Oh, I want 20 kicks to dogs'
You
face
could
in
have
this. kicked
kicked a baby in the face like that, and I would have cheered.
yeah, anything.
anything at
Beloved
all.
celebrities.
Me kick me in the face like that, I'd be like, yes, as I'm
Could have been
flying
Betty
backwards.
White, and I would have cheered.
Oh yeah, so I this looks great.
Yeah,
when is this coming out?
November.
Soon.
Yeah, pretty damn soon.
I like this. Feels like a new trend too, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this has to do with what the pandemic did. I'm really liking when we get first trailers and they're like, also it's coming out like next month.
Yeah,
And it's
great.
like, that's fantastic because I don't want to see like the No Time to Die trailer for a year and a half.
I can't take another year of Free Guy trailers. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Or when they do the trailer and then it just kind of goes silent for like a year before they start their ramp up campaign, and you're just
Right.
like, I've gotten excited about it. I've forgotten about it. You cannot ask me to get excited again.
Right.
yeah, that's a
too much.
one-time deal, buddy.
It is one more thing that I'm willing to do.
Every movie should do the Blair Witch release where it was like, and it's out next week.
Yeah.
We know you're busy. We know you don't need to think about this for
And it's
too
out
long.
now.
So here
It's
it
already
is.
been out. It's been out for 2 days. Go
Yeah.
see it.
I don't know. When's this Blair Witch? It's out now, you piece of shit.
Yeah. It's behind you.
on.
Red Rocket.
Yeah.
That is the next trailer. Red Rocket. I'm not just saying those words.
Although, but you do that, though.
Yeah, I know.
Dave will just randomly shout Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
This is A24. It's like comedy but dark. It's clearly of a tone that it's hard to advertise because it's about a porn star, a washed up porn star who he comes home to his wife who hates him and seems to start what I would classify as an inappropriate relationship with a much younger girl.
It is difficult to tell.
The trailer did not seem to realize that, though.
Yeah. Yes,
the trailer was like, isn't this sweet and romantic? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Not really. Doesn't look
Super
like
not.
it.
Yeah. And
I
so,
mean, maybe you're going to tell me it is. Maybe you're going to be like, oh, actually, she's 27 or something. But she looks like 16, and it does a weird thing.
It definitely looks like a teenager.
Yeah, but I think this is what I mean is I think this is one of those where it's like they gave it to the marketing company and they're like, how are we supposed to advertise this? And then they took a swing and I don't know if it was the best idea to make it seem like a love story.
I mean, there is a scene in there where the wife like asks what he was doing. And he's like, none of your business. And she throws like a coffee pot at a wall. So like, it doesn't seem like people are really happy about this relationship. But then the rest of the trailer is like, isn't that sweet? And then everybody around it is like, gross. God damn it.
They're advertising it like the reviews that they're plastering on the screen and the director, which is the director of fucking Tangerine and the Florida Project, like those don't match up with the tone, and that's why I'm guessing like this is a wildly dark movie that they're like trying to stick into this ad. That's my guess.
Yeah, the vibe is again just really kind of weird in this one. I'm glad it wasn't just me because I was watching it like, what the fuck is going on with this movie? Like, it seems like you want to be a dark comedy, but then you're cutting away from those bits and putting like other jokes into it. I mean, they named it after a dog boner.
Yeah, they sure did.
And then they showed a dog prominently a few times. I'm worried about that. I don't like it.
It's a girl dog, or at least it has a girl dog name.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the name is. I don't know what we're doing. But the weird vibe.
Yeah, it's a real dirt like rom-com vibe from it.
Yeah, there's like this really weird scene. It's just for like a second or two. Where it looks like he's gonna wrestle an alligator at one of those tourist trap things or something like that. And then they cut away in a way that makes it look like he maybe penetrated that alligator just for like a split second. I'm like, are we sure about that?
Maybe he penetrated that alligator.
Yeah, like I heard. This seems like it's maybe going for Oscar buzz, and it would be the first Oscar buzz contender that features non-consensual sex with an alligator, to my knowledge.
Something has to be the first, though.
Yeah,
right. We have to breach that alligator.
I want to note that the main actor who plays the male porn star has most notably been in a bunch of those bad parody movies, like
that's
the
also
superhero
what it is.
movie.
What a weird fucking vibe this thing was.
Maybe he thought this was a parody movie when he signed up, and I want that for him, and I want him to win like an Oscar, because this guy, if you look at his background, it's just like, oh wow, this is like, I want this win for him. I really do.
I want to see him up on the stage, just like completely bewildered.
Yeah, just
like he
I
still
thought
thinks it's a parody movie.
Still doesn't understand.
Really? I mean, I guess you guys thought it was really funny.
Accidentally gets
pretty
an
funny.
Oscar.
As a goof.
Yeah, I mean, this looks good. It looks like probably going to be a bummer, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, surely this is a trap. This is a trap trailer.
Sorry, this actor was a few years ago starring in Avengers of Justice Farce Wars.
Oh my god. I can't tell if this is darker than the trailer that we watched.
So our first two trailers, and I feel like they're both fucking with me. They're both fucking with me.
I'm not done, because that movie stars Amy Smart and Shawn Michaels. I'm going to have to see this movie.
What if it is?
WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels?
Yep, as Incredible Master Yoga. I think I'm pretty sure this is a parody a mashup of superhero films and Star Wars.
Got to get both in there.
Yeah, the bad guy's named Dark Jokester.
Okay, what if the vibe is so off?
Luther.
Like,
With
pick
Red
a thing,
Rocket.
guys. Pick a thing.
What if the vibe is so off with Red Rocket because it's a parody of Oscar comedies?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh my God! What if it's just like they made not another A24, and then they ended up
Something
cut
needs
the
to do
movie
it.
together, and they were like, I think we actually just made one.
I think we just sold this movie to A24.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, that was a brief rabbit hole that I need to continue to explore.
Yeah, we can move on for now.
Okay. This next one is the documentary Welcome to Earth. It features
Best.
Will Smith.
Best title.
Best title.
Yeah, I kind of was really into this.
Yeah. Well, I put in the notes, Will Smith is, if it was any other rich celebrity, I would be like, fuck you.
Right.
But for some reason, Will Smith just gets away with it.
Well, because he's like the most charming man on the planet, so
He is. Yes.
that's how he
but
gets away
these-
with it.
It's like David Attenborough and Will Smith could do like travel around the world, and I'll go with you.
I would,
but I'm so
buy
sick
16 tickets to that. Just
Yeah.
David Attenborough and Will Smith.
as a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith is he's the kind of guy you want to give $17 to, and like, if you like saw him on the street, you'd be like, oh, I want to give you the price of a ticket right now. And so like, he just, I don't know, this like, it's just him like climbing volcanoes and stuff.
With the approach that like he starts saying like I never climbed a mountain, and you're like, okay, you never
Yeah.
swum in a lake, which is weird, and he keeps listing things that he's never done. And it's like maybe Will Smith got famous too early, like too young,
Right.
And he's just been kind of raised in a closet, and this is
Right.
like letting the closet baby out into the wild to experience nature for the first time.
Right.
It's infectious. Like he's like, what are these trees? Look at the trees. It's great.
I want the last episode to just them be sitting around and him like, shit.
See, what else haven't I done?
I never
Yeah.
ate a hot dog. And they're like, really? All right, well, let's go do that.
I would watch that show of just shit Will Smith never did.
What
Like,
if it's like this something really strange? Like, I've never spoken the word bees.
And they're like,
That was the
well,
first time.
You just
Now
did.
you just did it.
Yeah. He's like,
Is
I
it
never
bees
saw
or is it
Rosemary's
bees?
Baby.
it could be beasts.
Could be bees.
Yeah, this looks fucking delightful. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, it's a documentary series coming to Disney Plus, the National Geographic arm of Disney Plus. Yeah.
Here's what I'll say is I clicked on it ready to not like it, wanting to not like it, because it was like, oh, you called it Welcome to Earth. That's so smart. It's just a rich guy enjoying and then you watch it and you're like, fuck, okay, fine. I love it.
Yeah, it was a great trailer. The only thing that worried me in this trailer was that scene where they're like in the jungle and like that sick monkey fell out of the tree and Will Smith walked up to it and you thought he was going to nurture it or something, and then he just punched it in the face and said, welcome to Earth. I thought that was a
Yeah.
little on point.
Yeah. That's, well, every episode, every segment ends with him punching someone in the face.
It's
and
will always a
saying,
sick
Welcome
animal.
to Earth.
Yeah,
just-
every episode is a new exotic beast that he grabs by the neck and punches it right in the eye.
Will Smith assaulting animals.
Welcome to Earth.
Oh, man, this is a catchphrase.
Just knocking out animals around the globe.
Yeah. And people every now and then.
Yeah.
Original title is just Will Smith versus animals.
Yeah. Oh, I would also watch that. If Will Smith did a spinning kick to a
Anything
dog's
you want to
face.
do, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let him do a hurricane kick into a dog's face.
Yeah.
Now we're
Slow
talking.
motion. Oh, shit.
Well, the next trailer is kind of the opposite of this last trailer.
In every way.
This is the trailer for Fauci.
Yeah. The documentary about Anthony Fauci that we somehow needed. I don't.
About the pandemic that's still happening.
That's maybe about how sexy he is. Like the whole intro
Yeah.
was just like, he's funny, he's weird, he's tall.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not sure what they were trying to like set the vibe for. I get
Trying to humanize him, I guess, but
yeah, like make him look human, but then they it was just a weird cut of things to like introduce the concept. Before they even start talking about the pandemic, they just talk about how funny and cool he is.
It really shows where we are, because we should never be in a world where the director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases needs like a documentary talking about how great he is.
Or just to not even how great he is, just to demonstrate that he's not like a Faustian monster.
He's not a monster.
And like the problem is nobody who dislikes Fauci, like all the people who hate him, they're not going to be turned around by this. They're going to be like, what the fuck? You were making a documentary? Like, do your job. And I kind of feel that too. But then the other people will be like, oh yeah, they're just, they're buttering us up to pretend he's not a lizard
person,
person,
I don't know who this is for. It's like preaching to the choir, but also you're preaching to the choir while the choir is still going. So you're just like cutting off the choir.
We've talked about movies like W, where it's like, who are you making this for? It's just for like boomers who are left leaning who want to laugh at George Bush. It doesn't. It's not like it's not a very truthful movie.
No, because we're still in the like record numbers of people are still dying daily of this disease.
The thing about Fauci is he's not amazing. You could argue that he didn't do a good job. You could argue that you shouldn't argue that he created the coronavirus with China and all that shit. But like, you know, he could have done a better job. He's doing the best he can. He got a lot of shit thrown at him. This is true. But overall, it's just like, yeah, he's just like a guy in the government.
Like people are still trying to actively kill him and his family at this point.
Yeah.
Is that in the documentary?
Yeah,
like,
we
why
should.
Are we looking back on this fondly? Like, oh, remember that guy?
Yeah.
They're still hunting that guy.
You're right. We're still actively in this. It's this mentality bugs me of trying to be retrospective about things that are still fucking occurring.
Yeah, well, it's just a money grab by Disney Plus. It's weird that they're not doing it like it's just the last thing we need to know about right now. It's like, if you're gonna cover anything about the coronavirus right now, you need to recognize that it's ongoing, and you need to find a full story within that, I guess. Or you need to do something that's informative that'll help people. This should come out 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
If it should come out at all.
Yeah. It was just unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, it does talk a little bit, like it goes into how he was, you know, he's been in the same position for years. He was in this position during the AIDS epidemic, and it goes into that a little bit. So like from that viewpoint, like, yes, this documentary should be made several years from now, because it's going to be every bit as vital a piece of history as the AIDS epidemic was. But
there was like a month there in the US at least where vaccines were rolling out, everything looked fine. People were saying the pandemic's going to be over. I think maybe they approved this movie and set it in motion like then, and we're like, okay, it's going to be over. We'll be like 4 months outside of it by the time this comes out.
Right.
And then they just had no choice but to steamroll ahead and be like, release it during the pandemic and be like,
Right. There's a big conversation about how the United States deals with pandemics, all that. That should be a documentary that doesn't surround itself like with Fauci stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Fauci could be interviewed for that.
Right.
But that's like, what happened during the AIDS epidemic?
Don't
what
make
happened
it
during
about
coronavirus?
him, yeah.
Yeah, it's like this. It's the fact that it's like, we love him, Fauci. We're going to talk. We're going to.
It's like,
it's just like.
I don't know.
Yeah. Again, he's not. He's doing what he can. He's just a serious guy in the government. I don't need to interview his kids. You know, like, I just want to hear what happened from him. That's it. I don't need. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's just dull and uninteresting and unnecessary. And like the only really weird thing that stood out to me here was that they set it to "Toxic" by Britney Spears. That was just in wildly poor taste.
It's an odd choice, yeah.
I'm really hoping in the first episode Fauci's like, and you know what the worst part is? I've never climbed a mountain. And they're like, well, come on, we're doing it.
Will Smith appears.
Yeah, he's got to guest host him. He's got to drag him out there in the middle of a lake. We're doing it, Fauci. We're doing it.
Hey, have you ever said the word bees?
Am I saying it right? Wait, you say it beasts too? We'll be best friends forever.
Aw, I want that friendship. Fuck it. This next trailer is for The Girl in the Woods.
Yeah, I don't know what
I think
this
it's called
is.
Girl.
Title.
I think it's called Girl in the Woods.
Yeah.
Not The Girl in the
It's
Woods.
a Peacock series.
Yeah,
So
it looks
strike one.
Yeah. I think it looks fun for something that should have come out 20 years ago.
It does look very Buffy
It's
adjacent.
super dated.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not in a way that I'm like, oh, boo.
Yeah,
I'm
not,
like,
not in an
ooh.
eye-rolling way. It does look like a Buffy show, like a Buffy knockoff that would have come out in 1998. Yeah.
A lot of YA stuff and a lot of YA aimed stuff these days does feel like that. I think it's because like the writers who are in prime position to be writing this stuff right now grew up as like kids on Buffy, on things like Buffy.
Yeah.
So now
it's-
everything kind of feels like that. So that's where their childhood is drawing from. Like this is what kids want and what they want to watch and how they talk. They talk like
Yeah.
Joss Whedon, right?
Yeah,
They-
that's
yeah,
how
exactly.
kids speak.
All kids speak just like Joss Whedon.
Yeah, it starts almost creepy, and it has some moments that are like, oh, that's like a horror moment, where it's like there's like a door in the woods, which is a device that several movies and stuff have used.
Sure.
It's like a mysterious door to another world, and then so that's the stuff, and there was like a girl, and they're being kidnapped by like a demon. I was like, that's cool, and then they're like, our commune has been protecting this door, and it was like, oh no,
It's like, oh no, we're doing this.
You know what it is? You know what this is? This is Portal Fantasy, but it's like Portal Fantasy. It's Isekai, but
Yeah.
in reverse for the monsters. This is Monster Portal Fantasy. Like they jump through this portal into our world where they're super powerful, and they get to just
Right.
tear shit up and go on adventures with like other monsters with huge tits that get into misunderstandings.
Right. I hope that like every one of these demons, like the demon we see in the trailer, like works at like an Enterprise rent-a-car in their
He
dimension.
just
But
got
when
pulled in here.
yeah, when he comes to this dimension, he's like a fucking bitchin' werewolf or something. It's like,
I
I'm
love-
awesome here.
The concept so much. I don't know if this is going to be any good, but I love the reverse isekai concept. Of like, what if monsters had isekai? What if we were their world?
I hope it's that. I hope that for this.
Yeah, me too.
I have
I'm
a
on board.
feeling. I feel like it'll like get canceled after episode 3. But
yeah,
like
it's one of those shows.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to succeed.
I like the just general idea that I know they are going for, which is this hybrid concept of like YA adventure, portal fantasy, and horror. Like, I'm all for weird hybrid genre concepts, so I would love for it to be better than it looks.
Now,
Yes.
I'm unfamiliar with the phrase, Robert. When you say portal fantasy, you're talking like Narnia?
Yeah, Narnia is a portal fantasy, but it's big in like anime. All the anime is about portal fantasy. It's just isekai. It's
Gotcha.
where you go jump through a portal into this world that's built for your grand adventure.
Yeah, all right. I
And
gotcha.
everybody has huge tits and gets into misunderstandings. That's the anime. I don't know about
Well, that's
Narnia.
life.
Maybe
that's
in Narnia.
life,
too.
man. That's just
Yeah,
life.
Narnia. They go to Narnia. Everybody's the same. They just have huge tits.
Satyr just has huge tits.
Yeah, Mr. Tumnus.
Welcome to Narnia. Did you just touch my tits?
I want that. I want that for this.
I hope that's what this is.
The wardrobe just has huge tits. The Lion, the Witch, and
not
the
like-
wardrobe with huge
Right.
tits.
Not like wooden tits, like flesh.
Like
coming out of the
actual
wood.
tits. Yeah.
Yeah.
First misunderstanding. When you touch the wardrobe's tits.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Fine.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to Cyrano.
Yeah.
This is
It's a
musical.
Well,
Peter Dinklage.
It's like a reboot of that Steve Martin movie Roxanne, but it like takes place in old-timey days for some reason.
Yeah, and the idea is like there's this young pretty woman and Peter Dinklage is in love with her, and he's like, she won't like someone like me because I'm short and she's tall, and I'm like, you're 50 and she's like 20. Also that, but whatever.
That's another issue, yeah.
Yeah, they don't bring that up. They never bring that up, and I'm like, I think that's the main issue.
Well,
but
not
sure.
in the time they live in, obviously.
Yes,
Yeah.
they live in the creepy times,
Yeah.
but like
They live in the shit times.
yeah, so she's in love with this other guy. Also, I looked up this movie. Ben Mendelsohn is somewhere in this.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
They kept him hidden from us in the trailer, but yeah.
They love springing a Ben Mendelsohn on us.
Surprise Mendo.
Yeah, so he's writing love poetry through another guy that she's actually into.
It's Cyrano de Bergerac.
I can't believe
Yeah.
we've come full circle, and it's time for every movie to be a Cyrano reboot thing again. Like every movie in the 90s was this. Every single movie was the Cyrano story with like a little spin on it. Just
They did do that. I forgot about
they
that.
did it for everything over and over again, and until everybody was burnt out. It was just
with the truth about cats and dogs. I mean, I already said Roxanne, but I feel like there was a lot of them, and I'm just not able to pull them right now.
Yeah.
they
This
got
is-
fucking absurd. It was
Oh,
just
absolutely.
and it's not time to bring it back. It's not time to do this again.
You know what? I'm open to. I had that thought too watching this trailer, but I'm open to just a straightforward adaptation of the original story.
That is also a musical.
Sure.
This is Joe Wright, the director
Yeah.
of Pride and Prejudice, The Darkest Hour, Atonement, The Woman in the Window, that nightmare.
Yeah. He also did Hannah, which is a dope movie.
Yeah. So it's like,
But I think he also did didn't he also do the Peter Pan movie? The Pan
Yes.
movie? Oh no.
this is a director where it's just like, we don't know. There's
Woof.
no way to know if this
Well,
is
if
good.
he did the Peter Pan movie, we know.
Um,
I mean, it looks
Yeah.
gorgeous. This was another one that was like continuing a theme here, and that something about the way it was paced, I did not realize it was a musical, and they did not sell that until like
yes.
fully halfway
Until
into the trailer, and then she
Yes,
starts
when- trailer, yeah.
When they start
and then she
singing,
starts singing,
yeah.
and I was like, did she just go crazy? Did she go a
Yeah.
little insane there? Because
When-
then they stop. They don't show everybody else singing to be like, yep, it's a musical. They just show everybody else being normal for like another full minute before somebody else starts singing. So you spend most of the trailer thinking, this girl is crazy. She just did a crazy thing.
It's on par with like sudden violence, where you're just like, no, God damn it! Like it just like they really
Somebody's
spring
throat
it
got
on
slit
you.
and it
Yeah,
sprayed blood all over.
Yeah, you,
sprayed
like,
song
stand
all
up.
over me.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah, it's Marvin getting shot in the face in Pulp Fiction.
But in song.
But in song, yeah, they really do. It's like no kidding. It's like a 2.5 minute trailer, and then in the last 40 seconds, they reveal that it's a musical. It's like, what the shit?
And then they stop. And I'm used to the musical trailers being like, oh, okay, it's a musical. Now we're going to go through and just briefly through all the various songs. But then they just don't mention it again until the very end of the trailer. And you're like, okay, it was a musical, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't dream
lady's
that.
fucking nuts, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't look bad, but I can't see myself sitting down to watch it.
Yeah, I'm just not ready
I
to
can't-
relive that circle of the 90s.
Yeah, it's also just, it's not a genre for me. It's as simple as that. It has nothing to do with the quality of the film.
I did think it was kind of weird when they all started singing Toxic by Britney Spears. I guess
was
the
a
song's
little
just having a
weird, yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Anthony Fauci showed up with Will Smith and a little carton full
really-
of bees. It really flew off the rails at the end there.
Really
Punched Dinklage
disorienting.
in the face and told him welcome to Earth. I'm like, where do you
Yep.
think he's from?
You're on Earth.
Well, next trailer. This is Hypnotic. This is a horror movie about a hypnotist. Hence
I
the
hope you don't
name.
say anything bad about this because I'm so excited for it.
This kind of looks incredible.
It looks
yeah.
good. It's got fucking Kate Siegel in
Siegel,
it,
yeah.
and she's fucking great. She needs to be a star. It's about a hypnotherapist who like does like a serpent in the rainbow on her, or something.
And
Like,
a lot of
it's
people,
his-
it's like his thing.
He's like
It's-
he's a
it's-
serial killer. They say at one point that all of his patients died from extreme fear.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Well,
it's
it sure looks like one of them dies from extreme crashing their car.
Yeah.
In fear. He
Yeah.
was really scared.
fear.
Of
But
But it was
crashing
the
a car.
fear that crashed it.
It turns
It's
out
one of
dying in a
those-
car crash was a phobia for him.
yeah, it's a movie like Get Out where you just have to accept that hypnotism works this way. To enjoy the movie, you just have to be like, sure.
I mean,
I love it. I love it.
the-
Evil hypnotherapist gets an instant
Oh, it's
laugh.
great.
Like the
Yeah.
second they said evil hypnotherapist, I was like, "Yep,
Yep, I am
Yeah,
we're on board."
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it looks good. There's some creepy stuff in the trailer.
it looks more like a thriller than a horror.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm down. I'm super down with this.
It also just looks like a James Wan movie. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everything Netflix especially does these days looks like a James Wan movie.
Right.
Like they got the Wan filter, like James Cameron had his blue filter, and they're just
Yes.
applying it to everything.
Is this going on the Netflix?
Yeah,
It is.
end of the month. Yeah,
End of October. Yeah. Okay.
I
sweet.
didn't even note that. I just noted that it looks like it's on Netflix.
Right.
And sure enough,
Does it hurt or help that this is from the writer of 13 Ghosts, 2001's 13 Ghosts?
Help.
Dave, it
100%
helps.
help.
Yeah, it 100% helps. That is
I
only
agree.
positive for
I
this
agree.
film.
there
Yeah.
is a scene, probably the scene, is when they're in the car and he calls and he just says his name. I think his name is Dr. Mead. He says, "This is Dr. Mead." And apparently that is like the signal for her to think tarantulas are on her. Is his name. So I love
perfect.
the implication of that, like day after day, week after week, he's like, "My name is tarantulas. When I say my name, there are tarantulas."
You're going to think
His name is Dr. Tarantulas. Yeah. No. It sounded like he said his name was Dr. Meat for a second.
Yeah,
and
when
it
I
was
heard
Dr.
that, I was
Meat.
like,
Dr.
that should be.
Meat.
You're right. That should be his
And
character's
you are
name.
tarantulas. It's like Malignant. I'm here for it day one.
Yep.
Full
Yeah,
goofy.
this
Yeah.
looks
Fuck
fun.
me up, Hypnotic.
Yeah, I hope it seems like it's going to take itself completely seriously.
That's the only way to do it.
It might even be like legitimately good. It's certainly like I need more of this in my life. I need more like weird thrillers. This is great.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, I am fully on board for Hypnotic.
Yeah. Speaking of on board, the final trailer is for the Chucky Sci-Fi TV show. This is like the pure stuff. This is the uncut. This has got Brad Dourif.
This is a direct continuation of the main original Child's Play series. Is not at all connected to the reboot.
Yeah, it's Jennifer Tilly. We got Devin Sawa.
Devin Sawa's
in
in it. Yep.
Yeah, it's yum 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 yum.
It's apparently
so
the later
you're who
Chucky
this
movies
is
are
for.
good.
You are who this is for? This is something that you have been waiting for all your life?
For me,
No,
yes.
I'm not a huge Child's Play fan. I like the first one.
Okay.
I've never seen the final ones because I assumed it got too stupid and meta. But I've also heard that they're good. This is also from the writer.
It's Don
of all the Child's
Mancini.
Play.
Yeah, it's the original
Yeah.
creator.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
because
yeah.
this series with the entire concept being serial killer possesses little doll is one of our most prolific, longest running horror franchises.
Yes.
I've been into horror for a very long time. I've never met anybody that's super into it. I've met plenty of people who are like, yeah, first one's okay. But
Yes.
nobody's seen the other ones. If they do, they don't remember them. Nobody's waiting for like whatever plot threads I guess they might have left that they're like, let's bring it back. Let's tie them all up. And
There's
I
a
just don't know.
lot. A lot has happened.
Yeah, I think there are fans out there because they keep making these.
Where are they? I know there must be because they,
Yeah.
again, one of the most prolific, longest running horror franchises just ever. They keep happening. Somebody loves them. I've never met them.
And I honestly think this is the way to go. That Chucky, that 2019 one was good. It was good. But it was one where I was like, I don't understand why you're doing this. because you're just making a slasher film. That's all you're doing. And that's all that was. It was a series of... There wasn't anything... Like, it was a robot. That was the thing they reimagined. It's like, why not? If the creator is like, oh, yeah, I can continue this lore. I can take us into oblivion with this lore. And it's like, let him. Let him.
You know, the show, and I think the last two movies have Brad Dourif's daughter in it. And what ends up happening is that they say it a bit in this trailer, but like Chucky splits his soul up, and like part of it possesses her, so it's literally Brad Dourif's daughter playing Brad Dourif.
Holy shit! Wait, you mean Brad Dourif's actual daughter?
His actual child is in this. Yeah.
I don't know what that person is. Are
movies just fucking with us right now? Is that what it is? You have to get a movie made. It has to be like, all right, how does this fuck with the audience though? But what's the joke? What's the joke we're pulling on the audience?
Mm-hmm. God, Brad Dourif, I think he has the best career ever. Period.
He kind of does.
Yeah, because
did you see his hair in Dune?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He has cred. Like he's like, yeah, I'm in Dune, you know, like yeah, I'm in Lord of the Rings, I'm in Deadwood. I'm also Chucky for 30 years. What of
it?
It's
funny.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because why not?
I'd be Chucky for 30 years if the option were available to me.
Yeah. You want me to sit in this booth and say a bunch of murder puns?
Go back in time. He would never believe you if you told him after he did the first Chucky movie, you're going to be doing this for decades. Longest running horror franchise. You'd be like, with the serial killer and the doll? I didn't think anybody would watch it.
Yeah, you're right, because he probably...
A generational legacy for you.
He probably, when he first took on the role, it was him going, oh, Jesus, fine.
Sure.
You know, like, I guess. Christ. Yeah, this is...
Cut to your whole life later.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, this is a show where it's like, I'm just like... I don't know. I'm just happy for the fans.
The only weird part to me was the Jennifer Tilly reveal when they showed that she was back.
Mm-hmm. Of course she's
back.
And
then, like, as you know, Chucky's wife, girlfriend, lover, whatever. And like, I'm great. I'm great with Jennifer Tilly being back. It was strange that they cut to that scene of her giving him an over the pants hand job as the doll, like with the two fingers because it's so small. And I get it. Like, you cut to it, you get a laugh, you move away from it. But the trailer stayed on it for like a full minute.
Yeah, about a minute. I counted.
It was really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, it was strange.
It was 70% of the trailer was watching this dog get jacked off.
But that's what
this is what I don't get about the franchise. I don't get the hand jobs for little dolls. Like, it's just not for me.
No, it's not for everybody. But, like, it's got a specific fan base. And that's the point. I guess that's what that's for.
I guess, yeah. Mm-hmm. If it makes them
happy. Because the fans they're going to want to know if the hand job scene is in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's in it, and we're not going to cut away real quick like the other movies.
Oh, you know what? Was this a callback to the hand job scene from the first one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Every single one has a hand job scene.
Right, but that first one was pretty iconic.
Yeah, absolutely. This is... I don't know. I'm kind of amazed that Brad Dourif has more like his DNA, like he made more, and that concerns me. But it's fine. It's fine. It's his right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You literally can't take that away from him.
No, you can't.
People have tried. It's a crime.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court, in fact.
All right. Let's get to news stories.
Yeah.
First, we got some patrons to thank. So, big thank you to Kool-Aid Molotov says, COVID and Greg Abbott can both fuck off. Support reproductive rights, comrades. Thank you to E.T., the extravagant terresticle. Thank you to Cody Johnston's Time Machine Noise.
Always.
Thank you to Pete Vorpagel. Thank you to Glitterous, CFO of Michael Shannon's Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Thank you to subscribe to Jason Pargin's Substack. Thank you to the Midnight Patron with patrons at midnight. Thank you very much.
Now, let me jump in here. Thank you to Exploding Runes. Thank you to Andrew How. Thank you to Vincent with a Y.
Thank you.
Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you to Dr. DNA. Thank you to Lauren Gucci. And thank you to Bootler Bootlesson.
Thank you. You guys hear about this new Mike Flanagan show, The Fall of the House of Usher? I don't know if that's based off anything or what.
Mm-hmm. It seems like a hybrid thing. Like, I've tried to look at a bunch of press, and I can't tell if it's about, like, Poe himself or if it's about if it's adapting the story. Like, maybe just nobody knows what the hell this is yet.
Is this
I would assume
part of the Haunting series? Because it's got the word house in
I
it.
would assume, yeah. And I would also, by that token, I would assume that it's going to be an adaptation of the story, but probably fairly loose, like his previous two have been.
Yeah, and by loose, personally, I think better. Like, I honestly...
It's hard. Well,
I
Fall of the House
know.
of Usher is hard. It's a very straightforward short story. It's kind of hard to do that as a limited series event. So
Sure.
I imagine he'll expand upon it and you know.
Yeah, he'll make it a thing. He'll make about 10 episodes, and it'll be like...
it's really just about some rich dude burying his sister alive. That's what the story is.
Yeah.
Just really slowly. Takes 10 hours.
Yeah.
Stay with it.
Each episode. Well, that's cool. We'll at least get one, like, person buried alive in this, so that's
the thing. Like, that's
Yeah.
the thing from the story.
Spoiled that 120-year-old story
Yeah.
for everybody. I don't know, man. I'm here for... I haven't always been here for anything Mike Flanagan. I've liked a lot of his stuff, but some of it was just, like, not quite aimed at me, I guess.
Sure.
But, man, After Midnight Mass, that was amazing. That was so good.
It was really
Oh,
good,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always enjoying the things he does, so this will be, this will be another thing that I'm like, great, I love it.
No, I'm into this. I'm into this.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not super excited about Poe, but sure, man. You got it. After
Yeah.
Midnight Mass, you got it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could kick me in the balls, and I'd be like, masterful storytelling.
You could
Punch you in
perfect
the...
arc.
hurricane
in the
kick
face
me
in
in the
slow
face.
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it. Hey, segue. You guys watch that Squid Game?
I haven't. Everybody
I'm only
on the
on, like, the
planet
third
is talking
episode.
about it.
I watched the whole thing. I hate the hype around it. I hate it. It's just like, it's that thing of like, let's all glom onto this show. I'm terrified that it's gonna like just drag on. I really liked the first season. Obviously, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just scared of the hype because it's really hyped for something that's like about, fucking over poor people and the cycle of debt and stuff. That people are glomming on to all the, like, I don't think people are missing the point, but it feels like I'm seeing like articles of like, here's how you make the cookie in Squid Game, and it's like, that's really not the thing about it.
Well, first, you have to experience abject poverty.
Yeah. That all said, apparently there's some translation issues. I don't know. It seems like it's up in the air, but both the subtitles and the dubbing are like off. So I guess learn Korean before you watch it.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that.
Yeah, probably
no.
not. See, I've been watching it. I'm up to like episode 3. I've not noticed anything that's bad,
Well,
but
what I heard is it's all subtle. It's like subtle character things. It's little things that matter, that don't, you're not going to like, certainly I know this after watching it all. It's like, you don't leave it confused, but apparently there's just some stuff that'll go over your head. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this is always a thing, and we're only talking about it because the show is so popular.
yeah,
like
I was gonna
translation-
say that's 100% of translated works. People say that.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, that's very
translation is not. It's not one-to-one. It's like very nuanced. Like there's a lot of context. So like somebody translating the same sentence could interpret it in a completely different way. It's just that's how language works.
Yes. It's just very, I wanted to also just, the hype is weird to me. It's like the movie Parasite treated with the hype of like a Marvel film or a Marvel series.
There's a
and
lot
that's
of hype
really
for
weird
Parasite
to
too.
me.
Just,
There was, yeah.
There
I mean,
was.
Korea is doing some great things in horror in general. I've watched a lot of Korean
yeah, they're
horror,
having-
on,
they're
especially
having-
Netflix has everything.
It feels like they're making better movies than us. And that's
yeah,
fine.
in horror at least. Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
like
and
and TV
thrillers.
shows. They've made a lot of really great horror series too. Because apparently, things are really fucked, or at least they have been. It's all, it's all about their just extreme poverty and debtors.
It's very telling that the two biggest things out of Korea in the past couple of years have been Parasite and Squid Game, which are both about poverty and the wealth gap.
Yeah. I mean, almost everything that I've watched has some element of that, of like poverty or like extreme depression over your poverty. Like it's all just
yeah.
After
Parasite, they're just like, turns out the whole world's having this issue.
Really, everybody has this problem. Okay.
Yeah. America especially.
I will say that it's like this article that you've linked to goes into it a little bit, but doesn't really have any data or anything. But it would not surprise me, just as somebody who is still working for digital media overlords, that Netflix would pay people poverty wages to do their translations.
Yes, which is ironic.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No, they don't give a shit. They're hiring. If we learned that they hired somebody to translate Squid Game and paid them $50 an episode, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. Apparently, they also
you could never even explain to them why they should care.
Yeah.
It would never even make sense. You could never make that argument.
Yeah. Apparently, they're also the phone number that's in the show is a real phone number. They're having issues with that. You put out someone's
Everybody
real
wants
phone
to
number.
join the Squid Game.
Yeah, like some poor asshole watched Squid Games and was like, hey, like when they saw the number. And apparently, they're just getting like a shitload of phone calls.
Yeah, I kind of want to die.
They're blurring out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really like Squid Game. People should watch it. I'm just really like bothered by the media hype and the social media hype around it, because it feels like it's like something like the Hunger Games, but people aren't quite missing the point. I don't think. I think people are. It's very obvious the point, but it's just weird the things we're glomming onto in the series, like the cookies and weird shit like that, and like I don't know. There's like just so many articles about it.
That's part of being a hit in the streaming era is getting memeified.
Yes, and that's the thing. It's I don't want to spoil much, but the element of Squid Game that like I'm scared people are getting thrilled by the part that's supposed to be the dystopian, like Battle Royale. You watch that and you're not like, ooh, who's gonna win? Like that's the whole point is that fuck that system. So like, I don't know. I think it's more just that I've been on social media and the fucking Squid Game stuff. It's just wearing me thin. Good show though.
Too much hype from Hypecast?
Yeah.
You've really betrayed us.
You're in
Dave.
episode 3, so you got to the part where he gives the squid a hand job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the over the pants hand job for a full
squid.
minute. And look, I know hand jobs can take a while, but I'm saying cut away. Like there's a time to cut away. We don't
it's not
need
every
to
day
see.
you see a squid get a hand job.
Yeah, no, Will
though.
Smith shows up and checks something
To
off his bucket list.
And then it says welcome to Earth after it comes. It's very tender the way he says it. Welcome to Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he means it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. Is that it for news?
I think that's it for news.
Should we thank some more producers? Should we thank...
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
What is it?
Oh,
Tom, what is it?
They just announced that they cast Pinhead for the new Hellraiser movie, and it's one of the ladies from, I think, the L Word, but I don't remember the actress's name.
Yeah,
so
I think it's from the L Word.
Completely.
Breaking news. I saw that. Man, tip of my tongue. Jamie Clayton.
There you go. Yep.
Congratulations. I don't know much about her. I saw some pictures and I was like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, sure.
Also, WandaVision, they're giving The Witch.
Yeah, Catherine Hahn's getting a spin-off.
Yeah, she's getting a spin-on. That's fine.
A spin-on?
I don't care.
Fuck,
Spin-on.
Dave. What are you doing?
It's like a spin-off.
What
but
are
like,
you doing?
Spinning her on to something else.
I'm podcasting, Tom.
Well, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if she needs one. I think that character... I think people liked that character in the context of the show. It's weird to give her her own show. That said, I mean, she's a good actress. I hope it's great.
Yeah, all of her best beats that everybody liked was when she was the corny neighbor throughout time.
Right.
Which only happens on that one show that is now over.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be about that at all.
Like, it's them being like, oh, look at this meme everybody's sharing of her. We should give her a show. And it's like, it feels like you missed the point. But that's fine.
Specifically doing the thing that everybody was like, yeah, that's cool that she's a villain. Nobody was into that. They were into that other part that is over. And you're not doing that.
Yeah. That's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all fine. It's all Squid Games.
It's all Squid
Games. We have some more patrons to thank.
You better fucking thank him. Dave.
Big old thank you to Tux.
Woo.
Thank you, Tux. Thank you to Ricky Cilantro. Thank you to Norm from Cheers. Woo. Thank you to Space McNulty. Thank you to Oh Great, It's That Guy. Thank you to Nolan Mayton. Thank you to Andrew Howe McGuire. Thank you. Thank you to AJ. Thank you to Tip Drizzle. All
right, let me jump in here. Thank you to Burrito Mouth.
Thank you
to Mrs. Voitis.
Thank you.
It goes to Dave Thomas.
Thank you
to Aaron Burser.
Thank
you to David Knife Boot, Hinson MBA CPA. Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts Esquire.
Thank
you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky J.
Thank you.
And thank you to Pie Guy.
Pie Guy.
Hey, Dave.
No.
Shut your lips.
No.
Shut your fucking lips.
No.
And then open your lips again.
What is it, Tom?
And tell me if you have a movie that deserves more hype.
You know what? I do.
Ah, shit.
This is a Thai film that's been out in other countries, but not this country. This is coming out October 14th on Shudder. This is called The Medium. This is a found footage film about demonic possession, I believe. The thing that stood out for me is the fact that this is from the director of the 2004 remake Shutter, with two T's, not two D's.
Shutter.
Not Shutter, but Shutter, which, if people have seen, is a really fucking solid horror movie.
It's Shutter on Shutter?
It probably is. It better be.
I mean, once they bring this movie in, Shutter's got to get Shutter.
Both of these movies, Shudder and The Medium, are getting, I believe, or Shudder already got an American remake. I think I just saw that The Medium is getting one too, because that's what they do. But this one...
Why? It's the only interesting part to this as a premise is that it's taking the familiar, like, exorcism, possession, found footage movie that we've done to death and putting it through, like, another culture. That's what's interesting, is, like, exploring what this means to the other culture.
Right, it's about a shaman in northern Thailand, and I think the idea is like they do a something on this girl, and it creates, she's like an open vessel, and like she gets possessed. It's found footage. It's done almost like a documentary, not like you know how some found footages are done of like we're just showing you found footage.
Somebody's brother was carrying a camera the whole time.
Yeah, I think this is done like
funny. I'm just saying it's funny.
This is done more like Mongo, where it's like Mungo, where it's like Mongo from Blazing Saddles, where it's like interviews and shit. I'm just more of the fact that this director did Shudder and then did like mostly like a few romantic comedies and like didn't really do horror after that. And this is their first horror since then. And I don't know if you guys have seen the 2004 film Shudder. It's nothing amazing, but it was really effective. It has both a creepy and a stupid twist at the end.
Oh, fantastic! Those are my favorite.
Yeah, it's like a funny thing that's happening, but when you watch it happen, you're like, oh shit! And so like it's
like Dr. Tarantulas.
Cool. Exactly. So like this trailer, it definitely has some spooky spooks, but it's mainly that I'm just like, wow, shit! It's this director. Yes, I'm in. That's me selling you on The Medium.
It looks interesting, yet specifically to what Robert was saying. It's like I'm sick to death of found footage movies, but
specifically about like possessions. There's,
specifically about
done
possession.
To death.
Yeah.
But like, this looks pretty good. The only weird thing here was like that title drop moment, where they say the title of the movie and they say it really hard so everybody gets it. was like the mother was weeping, and she was asking the shaman, like, how possessed is my daughter? Is she a lot? Is she a little? And he takes that really long beat and turns to the camera and just goes, medium.
Yeah.
Just really ruined
weird.
the vibe.
Yeah, it was very strange. But yeah, I mean, it is a medium possession. That is how they classify those.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I know it's clinically necessary to classify them in that way.
Yeah.
But I just don't think we needed to see the movie hit with that title drop moment.
True, but it really punctuated it when Will Smith came riding in on a dirt bike with Chucky in his lap.
Yeah.
And then he looked into the
Punch
camera
that
and said,
demon.
medium. Yeah.
Straight in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And said, welcome to medium.
Welcome to medium.
See, now we're never going to forget the title. It's effective.
It is effective. You're right. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think people should, I don't know, watch the trailer for this. Look for Will Smith in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it a few times. You know,
On his
He's
patented dirt bike, never without it.
Yeah.
yeah, Will Smith always always has a dirt bike.
Dirt biking. The dirt
Yeah,
bike
that's
kid,
what we
they
know.
call him. Guys, that's
What are
a
we doing?
sode. We've done it.
That
did it!
is a sode.
Woo!
Woo!
That
Good
was
job.
a good podcast.
We
Now,
did a really good job.
The only weird part about this podcast was when the two of you started singing Britney Spears' Toxic together.
Yeah.
Like it seemed a little out of character, but I loved it.
It felt good. It felt right in the moment when we
Yeah.
did that thing.
Yeah, we just sort of ran with it, and I think
It was very
I think
organic. It was very
ultimately-
organic. Yeah.
yeah, it's the best kind of singing the song "Toxic."
Yeah.
I
It just happens.
was kind of hoping you were going to be pressured into doing it.
No, I don't know the lyric. I don't know the song "Toxic."
How would you not? It's
I don't
everywhere
know.
right now. It's in every one of these trailers.
Yeah. No, sorry. I don't listen to music.
We should do an entire podcast of just trying to get Dave to sing popular songs.
It would be tough.
Yeah, it'd be a real wasteland of just
Yeah.
like I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I'll say the name of the title over and over again in a melodic way.
Toxic. It's toxic.
Toxic.
Everything's toxic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's close.
That's pretty good.
Robert, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you
Is
want
it time to
plug? What do you
plug
wanna
my
tell
shit?
people? It sure as
Yeah.
hell is, man.
Plug it.
Find me with Sean Baby and what was that other guy? Oh yeah, it's Tom.
Oh,
Over
it
at
is me.
1-900hotdog.com. That's our daily comedy website. We now featuring over 100% more Tom.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. We got a hot
Every
Tom
month is our new
injection.
columnist
Delightful.
with his wonderful new artwork by MVB.
Yeah.
He's killing it. Yeah.
And
He
you
really
can find
is.
us on, me and Sean do Dog Zone 9000, our podcast with no specific theme, just about cursed media overall and the crazy shit it does. I got a book, a post-apocalyptic epic horror novel called Carrier Wave. I have my own Patreon at Brockway, my name but with an R instead of a Y. And you can follow me on Twitter, Brockway_LLC.
Excellent.
Plugs over.
Good plugs.
Solid
Good plug.
plugs, man. Very
Listen, I'll
impressive.
tell you,
Very impressive.
Yeah, I'm going to tell people about our Patreon. Patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You can go on there, and for $5 a month, you'll get exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder's Maniac, and Star Trek The Next Futurama. All available for $5 a month. The day that this podcast comes out, that's a Friday. For $10 a month, we watch movies with our patrons every Friday night. It's spooky month, so we'll be watching spooky stuff.
There is
Maybe we'll watch the Chucky movies. Probably not, but maybe.
I mean, tonight there's a non-zero chance we're going to watch the Choose Your Own Adventure Undertaker movie.
Yes!
We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com where you can check out the link to our Teespring store. Where we have all kinds of cool original artwork and designs. You can get on T-shirts, masks, mugs, posters, stickers, all kinds of things. So check that out.
Check it out.
If and you would.
If and you would.
That's it. I think we're done. Say goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.